Hey, what's going on? I wanted to talk to you about Zombie U today. I know that this game has a reputation of being like really bad. I mean, sure, the concept of like surviving in like a post-apocalyptic post-political London setting is kind of like overdone. And it's like a zombie game. Like the whole idea is overrun. I mean, it feels like a game that like would get put out by like a smaller studio. It took a lot of ideas from a lot of other games. It's basically just a zombie game. Like,
hey Joe, you wanna play a zombie
survival game that takes place in London by Ubisoft, the people who made Assassin's Creed. I feel like it's made by like the interns who like want to prove themselves. You know what I mean? I hope not. I mean, I hope people got paid to make this game. I appreciated everything this game was worth. I know that this game has its critics, but I have to say, like, I just enjoyed it. First of all, let's talk about the combat. I know some people found it like clunky and unresponsive and like kind of different. Like it's very slow paced and like you really have to plan out your shots. But to me, it felt like that really added to like the tension of the game. You had to be strategic with your attacks and make like every shot count. You could really feel like the dead weight of the zombies when you're trying to push them back from like hitting you. And like you can die from like the smallest like swipe from a zombie. It's really immersive once you get really into it. Because like in other games, like the dude bro shooters, you just run around and have infinite ammo and just unload your gun. This game is like, you had to be methodical. You had to like make sure you know where you're going and what you're doing. You had to account for every inch between you and the zombies. You had to like have an idea of like what kind of area you're in. That made the game more thrilling in my opinion. The game has a permadeath mechanic where when you die, you leave like a zombie in that place and you have one shot to go back and get all your supplies back. I feel like that was in a lot of Dark Souls games. I know Shovel Knight kind of did that same idea. Being invested in your character, especially when you do the survival run where you only have one character, it made you really feel like that character's life was on the line. Every single split second, tiny little decision you make could mean the difference between life and death. I mean, that makes way more tense in the end when you play survival mode, which I've played maybe like, I feel like I've done it twice. I played through the game twice back on my old save. You earn it. You earn that survival mode. Like you have to know the entire game and every little mechanic. Any tiny miscalculation could just end your run. And I feel it was like completely immersive once you like really invested and like really into it. That's one of my favorite takebacks from this game, was that once I got like really immersed into it and I was committed to everything and got around the jankiness of it all, like it was like super immersive. It's also really slow moving too. You really feel like the perspective of the human and not some just like contra god American soldier or like super soldier or superhero, whatever. Played through the game multiple times and I got a rough idea of like what was behind every corner, and like using that knowledge made it really immersive for me. So the Wii U was like 10 years old at this point, maybe 11. But I played this game on my brand new PC and I was playing it at max settings, and just playing this again really made me like be nostalgic for like the Wii U. Zombie U was like one of my first games for the Wii U. When I bought my Wii U, I got 3 games with it. I had Zombie U, Black Ops 2, and New Super Mario Bros. U, and of course Nintendo Land came with it. So this was like one of my first like Wii U games. It's making me feel real nostalgic for that time, and it's like that was 10 years ago. I was 20. But like, yeah, everyone who's played games like this before will like pick this up and think it's trash. I feel like once you get into the flow of the combat and learn every detail that you're forced to learn to survive in this world, it's a great game. I also like that the ammo and health are very scarce, which is a huge departure from like other shooting games. So like when you start the game, you instinctively want to pick up the first gun you find and blast every zombie you come across, but you'll soon learn that strategy sucks. Because you suck. 99% of my runs are with the cricket bat because it costs no ammo. I really only use guns when I was like in a situation where I was cornered by more than like 2 zombies. You can juggle like 2 zombies with the cricket bat, but then once like a third zombie is in play, it's like, ooh, I might die, you know what I mean? So like situations like that, because you suck. And that just like makes finding at least like 1 bullet or 2 bullets valuable. Like you'll loot 1,000 boxes, and maybe like 1 in 10 boxes will give you like maybe 1 handgun ammo. You know that like once you have that handgun ammo, that's a potential to headshot and instantly kill a zombie near you. So it's a chance to like save your life. And don't you want a chance to save your life? What really sets Zombie U apart, in my opinion, is the way it utilizes the Wii U gamepad to make a zombie game even scarier by putting the map and the inventory on the separate screen. It was a stroke of genius that really added to the immersion of the game. I can recall so many moments that had me completely on edge because a single swipe, like I said, could get you dead. And like learning how to manage your inventory on the touchscreen became a game itself. And there was like a couple moments in the game like where something would happen where it would take the focus off, or it would like completely lock you into like a certain situation, like with the keypads. That's really cool when like you're putting in a keypad number and you're looking up at the screen and you're like, oh, a zombie's coming better. Oh no. And like, let's not forget about the atmosphere. The post-apocalyptic London setting was really like it was kind of unique. Because you haven't really seen like a zombie game in that part of the world. And the graphics gave you a real sense of like danger lurking around every corner, and like the sound design was like okay, like the sound effects were cool, but like hearing like the same constantly was kind of like really annoying, and like hearing your character go like like every time you'd hit the zombie with the bat was like really annoying. Like shut up because you suck. Like, I understand that you're trying to fight for your life and like any moment like you can die. I feel like that actually, no, I take that back now. I'm gonna take that back in the review. I actually feel like the sounds your NPC makes actually adds to the game, because that's the tension that you should be feeling, is like, oh, I gotta get this zombie off me because like one drop of blood will turn me into an animalistic killer. I don't know what I'm trying to say right now. You wanna play a motherfucking zombie game? Overall, I just have to say that Zombie U is, in my opinion, one of my favorite survival horror games for the Wii U. And actually, like in the last 10 years, like I haven't really played a lot of them, as you can probably tell. But like, I feel like it's one of my favorite games because I got really immersed into it. If you haven't played it, I recommend giving it a shot. You might be disappointed, but hey, you know, this is just my opinion. I just want to say how I feel about the game. I mean, I would get the game on PC on like a Steam sale for like less than $5, to be completely honest. So thanks for watching. I'm working on more content for this channel. I finally got a good setup going. I'm like slowly suffocating under this blanket, so I need to finish this recording as soon as I can. But yeah, guys, I'm just trying to figure out how to get these videos out. I'm working on like so many at once. I just need to commit to one at a time. That's the goal, because you suck. Anyway, thank you for this therapy session. I will see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.